He read the Mueller report, and Congress is blowing a gasket. I'm telling you, they are losing their mind that Trump is not going to be indicted. But even though the Attorney General said this, they want to read every word for themselves because they still think he did something wrong where they can impeach him. Okay, now, weren't they looking for the Mueller report? And they were basing everything they're saying on the Mueller report? But now that they get to see the Mueller report, they're not satisfied. Because it's not going to destroy Donald Trump. It's not going to destroy his family. And they're angry. Now, what kind of American are these people in Congress that want to destroy the President of the United States? Why do they want that? Because he's not a progressive, socialist, globalist, and he believes in strength in the United States, and forget all this globalism. Okay? You cannot be a strong nation if you have to worry about, well, how are we going to help this person and how are we going to help this country? No. You can't help, if you don't help number one, which you got to look at the United States because I'm here, as number one, and I used to tell people all the time, if you don't take care of yourself, how are you going to help anybody else? If you destroy yourself, you can't help anybody else. So number one is you take care of yourself, you take care of the United States, and then if you have time and monies, you help somebody else. So we really need to sit down and find out what these people are so crazy about Donald Trump. Why? Because he has a lot of money. He was or may be still a womanizer. That's not a reason for impeachment. Maybe if he was having sex with a little kid, it would be a reason for impeachment. But just because a person is maybe, we don't even know for sure if he's a womanizer or not. If he was gay, they wouldn't be going after him. Just think about that. Okay, because if you don't fall into their agenda, they want to destroy you. And I talk about this all the time. And the people that listen to these other... Now, I listen to everybody and then try to make a decision. I don't want to be told what I'm supposed to think. I want to make my own decision. There's a lot of things that my friend Steve sends me off of YouTube videos that I don't put up because some of it's hard to comprehend unless you've been following it for many years and understand why we are where we're at. It's going to be hard to swallow. Okay, but there's a lot of horrible stuff going on. And these people saying that we're doing this for the children and we got to do this. And Congress isn't doing anything for anybody but Congress. For power, money, and control. Okay, there's a lot of people in Congress, they talk about people with a lot of money that they're no good. Okay, especially AOC. But look at Nancy Pelosi. She's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Why aren't they talking bad about her? And then, people's opinions. Look at Fox News and Justice Jeanine Pirro. She's been suspended because she said something about a Muslim woman in Congress. And the person who is running part of Fox News is a Muslim woman. Now, did Justice Jeanine get suspended because that person was siding with a person in the same faith as her? Or did Justice Jeanine do something really horrible? And I think it's the first. And let me explain. European countries are being destroyed because they're not following their own laws of their land. they're actually injecting Sharia law in their countries. Well, see, a country doesn't have to be taken over by war. A country could be taken over by a caliphate. And the Muslims believe in caliphates. And a caliphate doesn't have any borders, like globalism. It is a religious control of many areas, even though it's not their homeland. And that's what you have to worry about. England's got a big problem. Okay, France has a big problem. There's riots there every day. The news media is not allowed to talk about it. Why? I talk about civil unrest all the time. It's going on right now. Not in this country yet. But it's going on right now in the world. You know, Trump had a map out the other day showing when he took office where ISIS was. And the other day he showed a map of, it was about that long, and the top half was when he took control, he got into office and took control of the White House. And he shows where we were that day, and there was a little dot of red. And he says, that dot will be gone by tonight. And it was. And then he showed the media, he actually gave them the map and said, hey, you could have this, congratulations. And we should be congratulating him. Okay? Why are we changing, and how did a person who believes in Sharia law get into our Congress? Voted into office, right? How did she get voted into office? Well, when all these refugees came into the country, they were put in one community. Why were they put in that community? They were put in that community for a reason. So a person who believes in Sharia law could get voted in. There's things that are going on behind the scenes that most people don't know about. Unless you get the right information from the right places that doesn't put a spin on it, you're not going to know what's going on. I tell you that you need to forget about the football game and the baseball game. It's time that you start investigating on your own. The stuff is out there. Okay, and I'm not telling you believe everything of what you hear. My brother used to have a saying, believe nothing of what you hear and half of what you see, and then figure it out from there. Because you can't go all the way to the left and you can't go all the way to the right. I keep saying this. The only way we're going to have peace is if we come to common ground. And there's enough of space in common ground for everybody. It doesn't have to be a one-sided thing. Okay, I was watching the news again. Police in Vegas, third shooting in 10 days. You have all these shootings because they're not trained properly. We're going to go to a break, and when we come back, 775-751-2579. Thanks.
Support for KPFF comes from B&E Artwork.
Yeah, I couldn't believe I was watching Rachel Maddow. She was crying. Yeah, she was crying on TV.
Taking credit for what Putin did.
That's on, sir. And what is that? Go ahead, what was it?
Putin got rid of all of them people over there in
well, everybody worked together. It was in Syria. He's friends with Syria. He got to get rid of ISIS to help them.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but it was.
But he didn't say he did it all. He just turned around and said that this is where it was when I came into office, and this is where it is now.
Yeah, but basically it was Putin.
Whatever. It's done, right?
Put all the missiles up, everything.
Well, Syria had a big problem. They were getting taken. Hey, who wanted to take Syria out? Obama administration wanted to take that guy out of there. Why? Because he wasn't going to conforming to exactly. He wasn't going along with the New World Order.
Hello, listeners. Want to know what Talk Pro
Well, there's a couple of things that Trump is doing that exactly ain't kosher. It's like he's gonna side with
Watch what's going on there. Vegas building do short work.
side
Not
with Israel.
fixed oh, this is an interesting thing.
So he's siding with Israel about the Golan Heights.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's the only place we could work at in the Middle East. All the people that they're getting hurt because of now we're producing a lot of oil and everything here. So, and what's good about that is we don't have to kiss Saudi Arabia's butt. Remember.
Well, remember that Israel is buddy-buddy with Saudi Arabia.
This is 97.7, Grump's Community Radio Station.
And welcome back. Pure Communications, 702-628-5662. And our number here is 775-751-2579. Okay, we're going to get into a little bit of what's going on in Vegas with the building trades. All right. There was a person on the news, and his house was not built properly, and he turned around and they couldn't get it fixed right, so the builder decided to give them money. Now, why would you turn around and complain about shoddy work in your home and then accept money instead of having it repaired the proper way? That doesn't make any sense. You're worried about the problems that they have in your home because you have children, you're worried about black mold, but that money's going to make it go away? That's why there's something wrong with people. Okay, go ahead, caller.
Raider Flag Band here.
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
Judge Janine was suspended, is that what you said?
Yeah, she's been suspended for a couple of weeks. They were suspended because she was talking about the congresswoman who wears that, I don't know if it's like a half a burqa, I don't know what they call that thing they wear on their hair. And a woman who's running Fox News is a Muslim, and they suspended her.
I knew nothing about it. I watch Fox all the time, but sometimes I miss the Saturday night. She's on Saturday nights, right?
Right, she's only on Saturday nights.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's been suspended. It's either 2 or 3 weeks.
Jeez.
And they're actually
That's why I like to listen to your show. I get information.
they're actually yeah, they're actually going.
This guy Laughlin sued Knight County because there was a warrant out for some guy with the same name, and he was in custody for 18 days, and I think the county settled for $250,000 on him. But,
Yes, yes.
It might have been split with Lyons County because he was in custody for 18 days and didn't see a judge.
Right. Right? Oh yeah, I know, it's ridiculous. And I talked to Vinny about this. He blew a gasket. You know, I talked to Vinny about all these different things, even what's going on with the AG, the U.S. Attorney General. There's stuff that's going on that is against the law. I mean, and now you're talking about this guy. Now, I think we have $100,000. Nye County has either a $50,000 or $100,000 copay on lawsuits. I think they jacked us up to $100,000 on every one. Now,
the first 50 we're responsible for. I mean, we pay the first 50,000, and then the full tax pays the rest, I believe.
Okay, yeah. And you know why they pay? They pay because if you take a deal without going to court, the case gets sealed, so you can't see the mistakes that they made.
Well, I'm advising Richard Hamilton, because he did 17 days that he should not have done.
Mm-hmm.
The same lawyer that this guy Laughlin has, because this must be some pretty good lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Laughlin also lost his job as an entertainer on a cruise ship because of what Knight County did to him.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just outrageous that it happened. And when I was telling Richard Hamilton, I said, you served 17 days that you should not have served because of what the judge did. And so you get the same lawyer, and maybe, you'll do some damage to the corruption out here.
What do you think about 360 days?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want a check. I want cash.
All right, let me tell you something good that's happening. This Friday, Louis DeCanio pulled this up on run any prelims on Fridays because they take the day off.
Uh-huh.
Lisa Shanley is doing her job, and she knows that the statute says that you have to guarantee a preliminary hearing within 15 days.
Okay.
So now she's going to start doing Fridays. I had told her this when she was running for Justice of the Peace, but now she's doing it. And it's the first one I've seen, or I'm going to see in 15 years. Now, they may settle it before Friday.
Right.
But it's just great that someone sitting in custody doesn't have to wait, 30 days, 25 days. Most of the time they said, well, that's as soon as we can get them in, even though the statute said 15 days. So
Okay.
Lisa's going to do something good, and I just want to applaud her on that.
What time is that? Going to be 9 o'clock in the morning?
9 o'clock, unless they settle, sometimes, they will work things out, they plea bargain it out, and then they won't have the treatment. But it'll be 9 o'clock in the morning, yeah.
I'm going to do my best to be there.
And then, I want to advise people that if you get a ticket, a traffic ticket, you actually have to go to Justice Court or call Justice Court within, I think it's 60 days to get the ticket, or else they'll send you a letter. And if Justice Court sends you a letter that you haven't responded to the ticket, it's another $50. They fine you $50. And then on the what they call citation review, every Friday they have citation reviews in courtrooms A and B in Justice Court. And all the names on those, on that citation review, you get sent the letter. If you get that letter, or they mail the letter, it's $50. Whether you're guilty or not, you just pay the $50 because they had to let you know. So people ought to be aware of that. You have to actually, if you get a citation, you can just call the Justice Court, the 751-7050, and tell them, I got a citation, and they'll tell you, okay, we'll give you a court date.
Okay.
So these are little minor details, but since they're in our pockets, Anthony, for everything,
Right.
you gotta really watch these people because they find different ways. Even if you want to set up an account where you make payments because you owe some money, it's $75.
I know.
$75 to set up a collection account.
Well, that's what gangsters do. They charge you vig. Yeah. In case anybody doesn't know, that's vigorish.
Well,
Okay.
Kenny was one of those that got screwed. He was arrested, and they weren't filing charges against him. And then he was going to sue him civilly, and all of a sudden they filed charges against him.
Exactly.
Because they said, well, we got to stop this crazy man, so we can't let him sue us. And then he won it in court, and he was his own attorney, and a lot of people don't know this. Louis defended himself in open court before the Judge Robert Lane and won the case. He was found not guilty, and it only took about 12 minutes for the jury because he was solid. He knew the facts of the case. He didn't have an attorney working for him who would try to plead it out or something. They don't have to jump through all the hoops or whatever. And so somebody stands up like that, you gotta applaud them.
Definitely. Anybody who stands up, you gotta do it. If more people stood up, they wouldn't get away with what they're doing. I mean, they arrest people and then they go and try to find out what charges.
Sometimes they wait 3 years to file them, Anthony. 3 years on a felony, 2 years gross misdemeanor, 1 year on a misdemeanor. And I've heard people get charges filed against them like the last day on a misdemeanor. So 1 year they're sweating it out, and then the last day the charges are filed, and then they got to go through all the way.
Oh yeah, it's a nightmare. Oh.
Are we so bad to people that they want to punish us, Anthony?
No, they want power.
What kind of mentality is that?
It's a ruling class mentality. You are crap on the bottom of their shoes. They want that power. These are, I think the word is a pusillanimous pipsqueak. Okay? It means that you're like a flea, but because you have this power, you're a monster. Okay? And they want to, this is David and Goliath, definitely. That's the problem here.
Well, I guess, what it is that it keeps people in line if people are scared. And that's what it's all about. There one stanza in, For What It's Worth, by I think it was Buffalo Springfield from 1968. Paranoia strikes deep, into your life it will creep. Starts when you're always afraid. Step out of line, the man come and he take you away. And that's what it's all about.
Of course it is.
I'm getting paranoid to some extent. Let me tell you what happened on the street yesterday. I was walking 372 at Red Rock, and I have a black that the girls have called it the Pitmobile. It's got the mag wheels and the stereo system and everything else. And I'm parked illegally off of Red Rock, 12 feet off of the pavement, and the car is sitting there and facing in the right direction. On the back of the car, I've got a flagman for sheriff. It's in the back window.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a squad car is driving down 372 West, and I'm a quarter of a mile from my car. And he spots that Cadillac car, and he makes an abrupt U-turn. Gets behind the Cadillac car, parks, and turns out the gumball's on top. He's checking out this car because it looks like something using the drive-by in East L.A. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Then I guess he checked my license plates out, that they were current, thank God for that, and then saw the sign, flagman for sheriff, and then he got back on 372. Then he sees me and he waves to me. And I'm thinking, saying, I can't even be legally parked. They're checking me out here.
Yeah, it's
How do you do it, obviously.
you know what the problem is? I don't think that they're going after you because they know who you are. The point is they're looking for any little thing because they want to get. This used to work like this in New York with the tickets. The more tickets you get more days off. You get to turn around and pick your shift. You get holidays off by having a quota. Now, everybody will tell you that there's no such thing as quotas in tickets. Well, let me tell you something. It's everything. There is a quota. They have to do so many tickets or you're not going to get what you need. Now,
Police are our quarters.
oh, of course. Now, you know, we were talking about the motorcycle cops with the accident. What happened with that?
I don't know.
Okay.
They were just training, supposedly. They were kind of showing off like different maneuvers and ran into each other.
Yeah. Well, what they need is, they need three-wheel scooters because that's what meter maids drive. Okay, we don't have sheriff's department, we have meter maids. So, that's what they are. These are glorified meter maids, is Nye County Sheriff's Department. And that's what I got to say about that.
You know, the amazing thing is the minor infractions that they're citing people for. I'm sitting in court, and one of these minor infractions, if your tire touches a white line, what is that? You're not going into incoming traffic or anything like that. You touch a white line, they give you a ticket, and it costs you a couple $100. And it's revenue enhancement to the nth degree. They're just trying to get every buck they can, and they're under glory. Because, you know, that's why people should just fight it. They don't want to fight the tickets, go to court, plead not guilty, go to a bench trial, and as Judge Lane said to me one time, well, he said in open court, but looked at me. He said the system would grind to a halt, and some people would like that. And he looked at me, so I guess he's giving me a message, you know.
If the system is corrupt, it should come to a grinding halt.
Absolutely.
That's why it should come to, not that we're trying to destroy our government, we're trying to get the criminals out of our government. And that's what they call in Washington the deep state. And that's what the problem is. It's not our government's the problem, it's the deep state that feeds off, they're like a parasite that feeds off of our government, just like a parasite feeds off a human being.
You're absolutely right. All right, I'll let somebody else call in. I'll give the number out, 7512579, because